Yo, what's up guys? So today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be talking about a topic that I've been meaning to cover for quite a long time. And that's why I think the Leaving Cert is a load of bollocks. But first off, if you're new here, my name is Ben Kealy. I'm a 19-year-old college freshman who likes posting videos of himself on YouTube, hoping to get internet fame. No, but in all seriousness, I post YouTube videos and I do videography as a profession. So last June, I sat my Leaving Cert, which is the equivalent of high school final exams that determine what course you get into in college the following year. And firstly, before I get into this video, these are only my opinions. I'm not here to convince anybody to drop out of school to become a stripper, although I do hear it pays well.
What the fuck?
Anyway, these are only my opinions. I'm not trying to convince anybody to do anything stupid. This is just me explaining my experience with the Leaving Cert. So if you're a current Leaving Cert student or you've sat the Leaving Cert already, I'm sure you've had that talk with your mum where she's just like,
Johnny, just put your head down this year and you can do whatever you want next year.
or Holy Mary, Mother and Joseph, Lord give me patience. I swear to God, Johnny, if you don't study your Irish grammar, you're going to fail your Leaving Cert. Anyway, when I was in that position, I had just begun posting videos to this YouTube channel. Obviously, they were nothing amazing. It was just, from day one, I knew that this was exactly what I wanted to do. It was just about getting around my mum and dad. So after I'd post a video, I'd go into school the next day, and obviously, as expected, I'd get a bit of slagging from the guys.
Ha, they're shit.
Oh, you want some?
Great banter.
But it wasn't until the teachers started to question it, and one of them even going as far as telling me to stop posting videos, that I wouldn't go anywhere. I had a meeting with one of my teachers with regards to like next year going into college and my Leaving Cert, and she basically told me that if I want to carry on posting YouTube videos, there's no point in me doing the Leaving Cert, so I may as well stop. And seeing that I'm sitting in front of the camera now, that obviously never happened. I was the kind of guy in school that I never did my homework, I had an excuse for everything, and the teachers were always on my case. Basically, they just thought I was a bit of a waster. Now, I was very privileged to go to a private school where all my friends wanted to become doctors and lawyers, and there's me posting YouTube videos. Now this is where it all starts to go a bit downhill. The teachers were always on my case, telling me to stop wasting time and work. This on a consistent basis just built up stress, and it made me very, very anxious. They were essentially always comparing me to their best students, be it in maths, economics, English, whatever it was. My results weren't as good, and they were always comparing me to those students. It got to a point where I was actually so anxious about school and work that my confidence literally dropped. I started drifting away from friends. Now, I've never been one to moan about my problems or to complain or whine about it, but I sort of bottled all of that up. Now, if I'm honest, that really affected my studies, my YouTube videos, socializing, and basically I just got more and more self-conscious as time went on. Without getting into too much detail, I basically started to lose that belief of making videos that I had in the beginning, and I sort of found myself becoming the waster that other people viewed me as. As time went on and it got closer and closer to the Leaving Cert, I just got more and more anxious and more stressed. I hid it the best that I could, and I'd never show anybody I was anxious or stressed, but when I got home after school study, or once I got home, I'd go straight to bed, get on my phone, and I'd just start watching YouTube videos. And I started to find that 1 or 2 hours a night of watching YouTube videos was basically my way to unwind and relax. My typical school day started at 8:30 and I'd finish at 9 PM that night with after school study, and then I'd get home and I'd watch YouTube for about 2 hours, but I was always productive within those 2 hours. I used to watch editing tutorials, I used to watch other YouTubers and filmmakers, I'd figure out how they made their videos, I'd look at other people's styles and I'd compare it to my own, and I was basically teaching myself how to become a videographer and a YouTuber, and quickly I found myself learning more about videography and YouTube than I was about my Leaving Cert notes or any of my subjects. Now this sort of brings me into why I think the Leaving Cert is shit. Basically, it puts everybody under the mindset that if they don't do well in these exams, they will never be successful. People believe that they have to do well in these exams to go on to do well in later life. But I never believed that. I was always so passionate about doing this videography and these YouTube videos that I sort of knew that if I'd put work into it, something will come out the other end. The difficult part for me was going into school, getting slagged by the guys, people not really being on the same eye level that I was in terms of videos, people didn't know the opportunities that could come from doing videos, and I found that really hard to look past what everybody else was saying and just focus on videos. So essentially I started to take what people were saying to heart, and it really discouraged me from making videos. But while all of this was happening, I was looking at other people in my year who were busting their asses studying. People were putting themselves under huge amounts of stress just to get good results. So when teachers started to compare me to them, saying, look at the amount of work these people are putting in, you're not putting in any work, you're not putting in half the work that these are, I started to absorb all of that, and it just made me feel like shit. If there's one thing that I learned from that experience, is that to get somebody to better themselves, you have to encourage them. You tell them how well they're doing already. You give them motivation. You don't compare them to somebody else who is doing better. That'll only put doubt in their mind and make them feel like shit. So anyway, I was just trying to get school out of the way. I just wanted to get through the Leaving Cert so I could focus on these videos. But at the same time, I had all this stress and all this emotion built up that I started to resent people who didn't believe what I was doing or who went against it. And all I wanted to do was just get out of school. So then the Leaving Cert came around, and I put the videos on hold for a while, and I worked. I did work. I came out the other end, I got good results. It wasn't anything amazing like 600 points, or it wasn't anything shit like 200 points or whatever. Like, I got a good Leaving Cert. But the point I'm trying to make is that doesn't matter. In this day and age, there are so many more job opportunities than we had a few years ago. You don't need to go through your Leaving Cert, go through college, get your degree just to get a job. People can get jobs out of anything. Okay, so I apologize, the battery on my camera actually ran out, so this is being filmed the day after what you just saw. Basically what I was saying was pretty much for me, I just worked on getting my filming better, my editing better, just sort of getting familiar and better at making videos in general. Then one day I saw a Snapchat story that Rob Lips had put up, and it said, are there any videographers in Dublin free this weekend? Now up until this point, Rob and I had sort of been on each other's radars. I'd been following him on YouTube for a long time, I'd met him in the gym, we'd spoken a few times, so I sent him back a Snapchat saying, I'm free this weekend for some videography work if you need it. I even went and I sent him an email just so I made sure I got that opportunity. So when I met up with Rob that day, do you think he asked me what I got my Leaving Cert results? Hell no! He opened his door and he said, what's up, bro? And that's the point that I'm trying to make, that in this day and age, people don't care about what you got in your Leaving Cert. That is literally a memory test. Obviously, if you're going in for jobs like you're being a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, they're gonna look at your previous education history. But there are so many opportunities these days to get a job, make money, start a business. For example, with the internet, we have so many more opportunities that people didn't have years ago. So why would people look at your Leaving Cert results for jobs that don't require it anymore? Now, just to give you my example, is that since working with Rob over the past 2 months, I've gotten so many job opportunities. Big companies looking for videos for prospective clients, people looking to start off their own business and they want a video, small companies who want help marketing. Now, like, I'm not trying to boast here, but these are opportunities that I've gotten just from putting in hard work. And I'm not talking about hard work in school, I'm talking about coming home and spending 2 hours a night watching YouTube videos, getting to know how to edit videos, manufacturing my own style so that I can go out there and I can help people with videos. Now, obviously, not everybody who does that is going to have an opportunity like I have with Rob. He has given me a huge boost, but the point that I'm trying to make is that you don't need a good Leaving Cert to be successful. There's one piece of advice that I can give you guys as Leaving Cert students or junior cert students or high school, whatever it is, relax. If I could tell my Leaving Cert self one thing, it'd be don't get so uptight about things. Don't get so stressed about the exams and just relax. Like when the teachers and people started to compare me to others and I was just feeling like shit, that was when I just needed to relax. I'm not telling you to stop studying for your Leaving Cert or stop studying for your high school exams. I'm saying get through your exams, but whatever it is you're passionate about, don't forget that. Don't neglect that. When people tell you you need to balance up your studies and your hobbies, forget about that. Focus on your hobbies and focus on your studies. Yes, it'll be tough and it will be very time consuming, but if you are truly passionate about that hobby, then opportunities will come your way if you put the hard work in. Anyway, I feel like I've got a little bit serious in that video, which there was no need to. I just wanted to get a point across that, look, the Leaving Cert doesn't mean anything. Yes, obviously if you're going for those high-end jobs like being a doctor, an engineer or a lawyer, they may contribute to you getting your final degree. But if you're somebody like me who is really passionate about videos or photography or I don't know, whatever your passion is, there are so many ways into it other than going through the Leaving Cert, college, getting a degree. There are so many ways to get into it. It's just about working on your passion and being able to turn it into a skill that sets you apart from everybody else. If you've got a passion, it could be like me, watching YouTube videos or making YouTube videos. Don't let anybody stop you from doing that. You know deep down that you are not wasting your time and you will make something out of it. As long as you're passionate enough about it and you go and you put hard work in, opportunities will come your way. So yeah, I've been talking for quite a while now. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button down below, and if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with what I'm doing. And just beside the subscribe button there's a little bell. If you hit that, it'll give you notifications for every time I upload a video. And if you know of anybody who's sitting exams or doing their leaving cert who's kinda like me, share this video with them just to sort of put their mind at rest. And just a quick reminder, I'm going to be doing that Q&A for my 3,000 subscribers special. In the last video I got asked a lot of questions, but some of them are kind of off topic. The theme of this Q&A is getting to know me as a creator, so I won't be answering any technical questions. So if you have any questions for that, leave them down below and I'll answer them in that video. So once again, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you in the next video.